Hey everybody, I'm going to do a little video. Excuse me there. I want to talk about, you have a low end computer, but not the best graphics card, and you want to be able to fly planes. Well, Flight Simulator FSX, this is the Steam edition, will allow you to do exactly that. It's an old one, but it's still good, still stable, very generic, very cheap. If you have a higher end, you might want to consider Flight Sim 2020 by Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, X-Plane, P3D, 3PD, I think it is. There's some other ones. But for low end low end computers, this will work awesomely. Now, you do have a multiplayer option in here. It's not the best. I've experimented with it, but nothing really good. Settings, you come up in here and you can set your graphics. I have mine set to ultra high and everything, but you can go in here and set all your graphics, your realism, your general scene library, sounds, controls, etc. Customize them to make it how you want it to be. Just kind of give you an idea here. I'm just running a very light flight model, but you can actually maximize it. You can have engine damages, G effects, true airspeeds, etc. up in here. Then you just come in here and pick your aircraft, and I'll show you real quick. It's kind of how you do it. Give me a second here. Come in here. Now I got some other aircraft downloaded, but I gotta get your aircraft that you want. They come with some already installed. Actually, I'm going to do this. So you pick your aircraft. If you want more aircraft, you can come to Flyaway Simulation right here. And right there's the thing, flyawaysimulation.com. And you can download, go to the very first one, FSX P3D, and it'll list all of them, or you can just come in and select specific ones. Right now I have a massive textures being downloaded right now, but you can actually just click here and you can just scroll through and download, and it tells you how big it is, what it works with, star ratings, etc. Another thing you can do, if you want to, now how do I put this? This is very generic, very basic. You set up your flight plan how you want, where you want to leave from, where you want to land at, visual flight rules, IFR, your routing, and then you got to generate your flight plan. Of course, it's grayed out because I don't have anything selected. If you have some saved, you can load them right here like I do. And then you go from that point on. Now it's going to be very generic. It's just kind of give you the understanding of basically how this works, and go from there. Nothing is super great. If you want to go greater, this is where you would come and download more stuff. You can also, if you want to do better, go to SimBrief. That's simbrief.com. SIMBRIEF.com. Sign up over there. It's free, and you can kind of look through here some of this. Now with a paid subscription versus a non-paid, a paid subscription like I have, you can actually import flight plans. So let's say I wanted to view this flight plan right here, and I have it set on nighttime mode. This is how it would look at the very beginning. And you could edit it and fill in all this information, your flight number, call sign, departure, arrival, etc., your cruising altitudes, and you would just come down and you would put it in. So let's say, for example, edit flight. Close that message for now, and use the past time. So I already got it set up. So you just come in here and pick what aircraft you want to default, to fill in this information. It's not too hard, not too complex. It sounds like it is. Then you come through and you pick which one of these routes that you might want. Once you do, click Analyze Route. It says good. Then you would save the flight. Now what you want to do is generate a flight, which I'm not going to do that because I don't want to mess up something. I should probably do a new one. Let's say we'll do a new one real quickly just to show you. So scratch all the other airline, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, departing, say KLAX, Los Angeles, and we're going to arrive in KSFO, San Francisco. Okay, now what type of aircraft am I going to? Let's just go with the A321, and there it is. There's your route. It picks out. Now this is actually going to be much more accurate than the in-game one if you was just to go through Flight Planner and try to do it in through here. And then you can import this into your Flight Planner or into the game. But before we go on, you kind of choose your departing runway, your arrival runway. You can actually set in the actual altitude or let it go by auto, freight, etc., etc. Analyze route. Get your different routes over here. At this point, we would generate flight like this. And there you go. It's now generated your flight. It's filled in all the information that you needed. You could import into a chart, in which we would go over here to another program called oh, this is it, never mind. And your chart's actually in here. It's broke down, and you can go through and look at it as part of Navigraph. Now let's go back to here where we was at. Right here, click File Plan, Flight Plan Downloads, and it would download, and then you copy that over to your, well, let me just show you. Let's do a flight plan. I'm sorry, Flight Plan Downloads. Oh, my bad. We come right here to this, click Download. Okay, that put it into the game for that. Actually, put it over here, and now I'm also going to look vPilot, which I'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to put that in here. And lastly, I want to pre-file a network, which I will get into, VATSIM. And there we go. And then click File the Plan in VATSIM. You'll see this green up here, and you're good to go. So now I'm just going to close that. Now, what I was doing, you see right here, you can open that file location. And you can rename this if you want to, but KLAX to San Francisco. You would take that, you would copy it, you go to your Flight Simulator X files, which if you don't know where it's at, I can show you, and just paste it right there. Now when you do that, restart your game here and go into Flight Planner after choosing that plane and go to load, and boom, it'll do it and fly. That's pretty much it. But you have to do restart. Now the other one I was telling you about, vPilot. Now let's say you want to play live with other players. Now I told you this one actually has a multiplayer version within it. Right here, vPilot, Victor Pilot. You have to have this up and going, but I'm just going to open up just to show you real quick here. Now in here you can actually talk with other people online. This is way better than that multiplayer, and this is live, complete with not only other pilots but also air traffic control, and which is going to lead us back to Navigraph charts real time. Here we go. So this is called Simaware by VATSIM. So these are all the people playing worldwide as we speak right now at this particular moment, and we're looking at 571 aircraft with 37 air traffic controllers worldwide going on. And this multiplayer here is so much better than the multiplayer that the game offers. I mean, you can actually fly together with each other, no additional software needed, nothing. You just run this because you want to see where you are. So like over here, LAX should be right up in here. Yep, LAX coming in. San Francisco would be like right up in this area here. Up into Canada, I've flown up into here. The size of the plane will tell you basically, you know, hovering over it. This is a pretty big one. UPS gives you the call sign and everything, what their elevation. It's a 748, it looks like a Boeing 748. Where it's coming from, where it's heading, what its altitude is. It's at 10,000 right now. I'm not sure what that number 7, but you see these here are a little smaller. It's 738 from Dallas. No, KCEA. They're heading to Alaska, obviously. But anyway, over here you got Boston and all this. This is just optional stuff. This is all part of VATSIM. VATSIM is free. Just go in there, sign up for it, and yeah, it's got whole training sections and everything. So this actually runs hand in hand with this here. So like if we're I'm up in the game and I'm wanting to fly, and I'm wanting to fly live with other people, I'd have to have this open, and then I can merge my, upload my flight into here, load it, and I would do the same thing right here with flight plan, and I would just say file flight plan with this here. I'm not connected right now, so it would give me an error. Once I'm in, connect. Mode C means that the people see you, and boom, they'll show up. The controllers will show up right here. There'll be text here. They can talk to you live, whatever your comms are set to within the aircraft. Yeah, it just changes the whole aspect of the game. And again, all this is just with Flight Simulator X from Steam. Is how it all started there. So just wanted to point that out. You can take something really simple and boost it way up into something nice. Now the does cost. SimBrief Navigraph, it does cost. There's a subscription fee if you want to be able to upload to your game, but it's like what, 10 euros or something like that. I'm in America, so I have to pay, American dollars, but you can still do it, and I pay American. I just take it right in from my bank, and they just pay for it, and boom. And let's look at this waypoint in particular. It gives you the altitude. If you look down underneath waypoint, it says altitude. Flight F, so that'd be flight level 271, so 27,100. My speed would be 467 knots with the airway and the time for that. How long at that particular point. So that tells you where you should be, what level, what speed, everything that you should be at that particular point coming in. All of these waypoints have that information. Here 35,100, speed of 449, and it all depends on what you set it up to. So you're coming into your airport down to 21,000, and as you get closer and closer, let's see here, it has you down to 8,900, and it brings you all the way in to the landing. And it gives you things like missed approaches and where to go. All your maps are there, so if you want to do let's see, it said import into charts. Let's bring this up, let it load. It gives you what the wind is here for 19R. You can pull up the information. What I like to do though, let's just say I want to open another window here real quick, and I'm going to go to Sky Vector. Now this is another really nice thing. Let's say I come in here, click on airports, and let's say I want to find out what San Francisco inbound is. So KLK SFO, San Francisco. Okay, well, there's the airport. You can print these charts up right there. Just print it up. Gives you all the information, and of course this is real, like real life. Gives you all the information, but you can use it in the game as well. So if you scroll all the way down, you can read over all this if you want. Minimums on takeoffs, standard terminal arrival or star charts. And we're coming in, okay, here's our instrument approach. So if I'm flying ILS, it gives me the runways right here. So 19 left, 28 left, 28 right. I'm not going to go into category 1, 2, and 3. And just basically just these three. So let's just take this for example. Boom, gives you all the information. What the localizer channel will be, the altitude, the height of the runway, the lengths, what your approach heights should be coming in. Remember we were looking at that earlier, 21,000 and on down to right here 28,000. We should be capturing the glide slope. What degree on your heading you should be facing, so make sure you have that put in, and so on and so forth. And print these up. I have them all printed up. What your ATIS is, at your artificial traffic information system, let you know what all your dew point is, your temperatures, your wind, if there's any runway closures or what runways are active. Approach San Francisco Tower, ground tower, I don't know what clinic DL is, I never use it. Mr. Approach is right here to tell you what to do with the Mr. Approach along with the chart right here. So if you do a Mr. Approach, what should you do? Here's your glide slope coming in. Like I said, 194 will bring you right straight in. And you can print these up as well. So I find all these useful. I have a bunch of them, and I can always print up more. Now if you want to try to do some of these other ones, you can. GPS, if you want to run GPS instead of ILS. If you want to do RNAV, I forget what RNAV, I used to know what that was, but the charts are here for everything. So that's skyvector.com, and just go in. You can do charts here and select where you want, what kind you want. I usually go to airports. So in a nutshell, you know, this is really good stuff, really interesting stuff. Options, export, general. Gives you a whole lot more information that you can break down up in here. Your star routes, your approaches, your taxis, your standard SID. Oh shoot, your reference, SID, star and SID. Departure, information departure, something like this has to do with departing, and this has to do with arriving. So standard something departure. Taxi, so if you want to know where you taxi, how you taxi, information for like here, see again, you could take this and you could end up printing it up and give you all your taxi information, what taxi routes there are, etc. for the airport, runway lengths. I mean, the information is going deep and deep. This is all part of the paid one, but there's so much more when you get the paid version. Like I said, only like $10 a month. You get like nine something euros and $10 a month. So yeah, you know, it's worth it. It is so worth it, and it makes that flight so much more fun. So anyway, that's Microsoft Flight Simulator X from Steam. Oh yeah, I want to show you. If you want to find, say you want to upload, you're basically going to go to Windows, Program Files 86, Steam Apps, Common, go to FSX right here, double click, come over here to Sim Objects, double click, airplanes, and this is where you would upload anything that deals with aircraft and stuff that I was telling you from us. Flyaway, what was that called? Sky Flyaway Simulation. So if you want to download, that's where you would go to install. Make sure you read your instructions. Now we're going to go to Documents and vPilot. This is where your virtual pilot files would go if you want to upload the routes, like I said I did. Come here and it'll say VFP. You would copy that and you would paste that up into here. And the same thing for Flight Simulator X. Well, Flight Simulator X is right here. So if you don't know where to go, it's right under Documents, Flight Simulator, and there. These are all ones that I've uploaded. And you would just paste your flight sim up here. Now, there's a difference between the two, so don't get the two confused. The Flight Simulator will end in PLN, plan. Okay. vPilot will be in VFP. So make sure you copy the correct one into the correct place. And that's it. So I hope this has helped you. Something else you can check out, because some of us can't afford really expensive computers.